Hi everyone, this is third grade week 4 video. Now, what we're talking about this week is our digestive system. That's how we eat or drink some foods and it goes down our body. And how does it work? How is it spread out? So remember, our first week we talked about mental health. Our second week was our heart. Our third week was our lungs, and this week is our digestive system. There is a ton to learn about the digestive system, but we're not worried about that right now. We are more worried about kind of the basics of how things work. So what we're going to be talking about today is kind of how it works. So first things you need to know, you look over there and you see that big, delicious pizza. That pizza looks delicious. Now your mouth starts to water a little bit. Sounds good already. Now what? What's watering? That's your saliva. Your saliva is saying, okay, I'm interested. That food looks good. Now, you take the bite. Goes in your mouth. You chew. It starts to go into small pieces. The saliva mushes it down. And then that comes down to something called a bolus. Now, the bolus is towards the back of your throat and has an opening of your esophagus, the second part of the digestive system. So, we chew. Break it down. Get a small little ball. It's right there. It's right there. We just swallowed. Now that food is going down our esophagus. Now, sometimes when you chew food, you go, oh, wrong pipe. What they're talking about is your esophagus to swallow food and drinks, or your windpipe. Your windpipe helps with that. Your esophagus brings all that food down your body. So we chew the food, swallow it, down our esophagus, and then it goes into our stomach. Now, when we get to our stomach, there's a couple things that our stomach does. It stores food that you've eaten. Well, yes, we just ate it. Breaks down the food into a liquidy mixture, and to slowly empty the liquidy mixture into the small intestine. So it does a lot for us. The stomach takes the food. It's already broken down, and now it's just going bam, 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 breaking it down to small pieces. And so it can keep on going. Now, once it is broken down, it goes from the stomach to the small intestine. Now, something cool about the small intestine is it's long tube, which is about 1.5 to 2 inches around. So maybe like that far around. But if you stretch it out, it'd be 22 feet. Now, if you remember last week, we talked about our lungs. If you take our lungs and stretch them out, that's as big as a tennis court. So you got a lot of stuff in your body that's compact right there. Now, once that food gets to your small intestine, there's some friends that help break it down. The pancreas, the liver, and the gallbladder. We aren't talking about those friends today. What you need to know is the small intestine. It gets the food from the stomach. And then after that, it pushes it down after it breaks it down. Now, where does it go? Well, it breaks it down, and sends it out to your body. It tells it where to go to help get stronger, how to fight things off. Now, once you have done all that, there might be food left over in your stomach. If there's food left over in your stomach, that gets pushed to the large intestine, which actually is smaller than the small intestine, but small, goes from the small intestine to the large intestine. Then that gets pushed out of your body later on. So let's go over one more time. See the food. Saliva. Chew it, then becomes the bolus, gets shot down your throat in the esophagus. And make sure it doesn't go the windpipe, but it goes down your esophagus into your stomach. That's right. Stomach goes into your small intestine. After the small intestine, it goes to your large intestine and gets pushed out. There's a lot more we're going to talk about with all of this, but there's so many big words, so many things to talk about. But right now, you need to know that your body's pretty cool. Remember that. There's a lot of cool stuff. Make sure you keep watching our video that's right below this one and answer the couple questions so we can keep in touch. Watch all that. I'll see you guys next week.